How's it going, guys? I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com. Let's take a look at the ZTE P112, which is live on location at CTIA in New Orleans. So here's the PF112, and this thing was announced at Mobile World Congress in February, and it's one of ZTE's high-end devices. You know, we see these ZTE devices all day long. You know, the ZTE Warp, for example, the ZTE Fury on Sprint. And I think the common misconception with ZTE is that, you know, they do low-end, maybe mid-range devices for prepaid carriers, or maybe, you know, a low-end device for Sprint. And that's about it, and that's not the case at all. You know, they're very popular in other countries, and my hope is that they'll come to the U.S. as perhaps an alternative, you know, much like Huawei, perhaps an alternative to LG, to Motorola, to Samsung. Maybe they'll even come in at a $99 or $149.99 price point. But this is the PF112, and it has a quad-core processor, I believe, according to the spec sheet. A 4.5-inch HD display, so 1280 by 720 there. It's got a front-facing camera, an 8-megapixel camera on the back with, according to the spec sheet, 720p HD video recording. I'll have to double-check that just to make sure. But 720p video call as well, which is a nice feature to have. Ice cream sandwich pre-installed in this, and you'll see some minor customizations, but for the most part, it's stock ice cream sandwich. You can see some differences up here. For example, you can go to all apps, and you can organize by time, by top hit, by alphabetic, and then edit, for example, and then I can access my widgets that way. And you know, you'll see some customizations as well to the unlock screen, so we'll go out here and turn it off, which you can see up here. Power button and 3.5mm headphone jack up there. You've got nothing on this side, and then on the right side you have your volume rocker, and it's a nice metal body with, I believe, a 1,650 milliamp hour battery. But we'll go ahead and turn it on just so you can see this kind of interesting lock screen here. Long press to unlock, so I'll press and hold here. It's kind of like a disco thing that they've got going on here, but you can access your widgets pretty easily there, and when you're done, just click there and you're back in your main menu. So not a lot pre-installed, of course, on these demo devices. You just see some stock ice cream sandwich stuff, but you do have capacitive buttons down at the bottom: menu, home, back, and search. So you actually do keep your search button on this device, and you can, of course, press and hold the home button to access your recent applications and remove those, or access everything that way. So it's a good-looking device. It's got a decent battery. It's got an 8-megapixel camera on the back. The question is, when will this thing come to the United States? At some point, I'd love to see phones like this reach the U.S. Like I said, a low-cost alternative to some of the other high-end stuff that we see on a regular basis. Because let's be honest, hey, that Galaxy Note, those LG devices, the Motorola Droid Razr Max, they need competition, right? Of course they do. Much more coverage to come on PhoneDog.com with the PF112 by ZTE on the site. So keep it locked at the site for continuing coverage. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, PhoneDog_Aaron, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/PhoneDogAB. Much more coverage to come from a big old wireless trade show in New Orleans, CTIA 2012. We'll see you next time.